Welcome to Culture No Cap. I'm your host, Eric Spencer, along with co-host Reverend Eric Helton in the building.
Hello there.
Oh, man.
What's
going on?
man? Hey, man. Hey, I'm good.
It's Friday, man.
It's Friday. It's Friday, and I gotta say, God is so good. God is so good. I got to, I got to share this. I mean, you know it, but my wife, she put me on punishment for 3 words that I can't say, and God, in His infinite wisdom, worked out everything so that we could see a post of a young man whose name just happens to rhyme with one of the words that I can't use. So God worked it out so that I can call this young man's name on the podcast and not get in trouble.
You ain't talking about
Noah Kaniga.
You ain't talking about that guy.
There you go. Ain't God good? Won't He do it?
Here I am thinking you're gonna say something serious, man. Here you go with this nonsense.
Won't He do it?
Oh man.
Man, I hope this kid goes to the NFL. I hope he makes the Pro Bowl. I'm gonna roll with my Kaniga.
It's pronounced Kanega, according to his parents.
When they was interviewing his daddy, who's the coach, he said, "I'm here with Coach Kaniga." They just changed the way you pronounce it when they went viral.
Hey, that's smart. That's smart of them.
Very smart.
Knigga. It looks like Kaniga.
Noah Kaniga. I know a Kaniga who can play some football.
You're gonna have fun with that all year. Where is he going to school? He committed in what?
He was visiting West Virginia. So hopefully he goes somewhere big.
West Virginia, that's a terrible place to have that name.
It really is.
They hate Kanigas.
What? Man, God works things out. Don't He work in mysterious ways?
Man, he worked it out for you with this one. Since it's your favorite word, no, it's perfect. It's perfect.
It's beautiful.
Man, enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Oh, where do we start, man? Fans. Fans make you hate sometimes, man. It ain't the Cowboys I hate. It's mainly the fan base of the Cowboys. How you feel about that, man?
Y'all being American team.
You hate the Eagles. Why?
Because they're our rivals.
But good fan base, though, right?
Man, these dudes threw snowballs at Santa Claus.
Passionate fans.
Man, you see, the fan base I hate the worst, it ain't the Eagles.
Who?
It's the North Carolina Tar Heels.
Oh, man.
They are the worst.
I can't even argue. Delusional fans. Love Carolina. They're fans.
Yeah, on a collegiate level, the Tar Heel fans are like the Cowboy fans.
Yeah. Plenty of them.
Still living in the past. They're entitled. They feel like I'm supposed to win every year. And once we lose, get rid of everybody. Poor Hubert. He even got to dress up on the sideline now because he don't want to make nobody mad so they don't fire him.
You ain't lying, man. Now, I can't even argue that.
For me, they're the worst. Cowboy fans, I got to admit, yeah, we got some issues. A lot of us have issues.
What are your main issues you think as a Cowboy fan?
I would love to say we're spoiled, but hey man, a lot of these fans wasn't around with the triplets winning 3 out of 4.
Yeah, a lot of them weren't. You're right. Plenty of them.
I mean, my kids have never seen the Cowboys win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. 1996, right?
95.
Oh,
We won
95.
92, 93, 95.
Long time ago. Long time ago.
Now, see, I can remember those. Kids ain't
Mhm.
never seen it. But we had that expectation every year. Have you ever seen, and I was one of them, a group of people madder that a man didn't lose his job?
Yeah. Mike McCarthy. They wanted him gone. They wanted his head.
I mean, and you know, I've worked in positions where, you know, when you fire somebody, that really affects their life. That affects their family. That for him, that affects all of his assistants. Man, people are furious.
Yeah.
That this man didn't lose his job.
How
I'm
you
one
feel
of
about
them. I'm
it?
one
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah. How you feel about it? Aren't you one of those fans?
I'm one of them.
You don't want them to bring back Dak Attack? They calling it Dak. I'm sorry, Dak and Mac.
I'm fine with Dak. First off,
Not Mac.
yeah. And the reason I'm not fine with Mac is, yeah, we've had 3 straight 12-5 seasons. Lead the league in penalties. I know for the last 2 years, which shows it ain't undisciplined penalties. You have games where you go out there and you look like you ain't practiced all week long.
Yeah.
You're predictable. At first, Jaden wanted to. She didn't come home for the weekend, but she was like, "Well, let's FaceTime during the game. We can just watch the game, put it on mute. We'll FaceTime." Well, after about the first quarter, she was like, "Psh, just get off the phone." But
Yeah.
I could. They would line up, and I'd say, "Here goes a run. Watch this. They're gonna throw a slant."
Predictable.
And if I can see that, don't you think them dudes that have scouted them,
Oh,
they
they
know
can see it.
exactly what they're gonna do?
Yeah, they can see it.
So I've already made up my mind. I'm not getting excited next season.
You will. See,
No.
that's the thing about a Cowboys fan. I mean, maybe you won't, but in general, they're gonna be talking about Super Bowl right before August in July. Hey, it's our year. It's our year.
Let me tell you the life cycle of a Cowboy fan. Yeah. I told them as a church one Sunday last year, I was so frustrated. Okay, the season starts, and you say in your mind, well, no, even the draft comes, they get somebody, and for some reason you think, okay, this guy is going to fix what's wrong with this problem. Free agency, they don't sign nobody that's a game changer, and you're getting frustrated. Season starts, you tell yourself, I'm not falling for it this year. They win a few games, and you're like, wait a minute. And then they lose one that they weren't supposed to, and you say, see, I told you.
That's where it starts.
Then they get on a run, and you start to say, this Cowboys team is different. We can do it. And then they fall on their face in the playoffs. And you're like, they let me down again. And then the offseason starts and free agency comes and they don't sign anybody big and you get frustrated. Then they pick somebody in the draft that's a reach, but you say they can fill the need. Then the season starts and you say, I'm not going to fall for it again. Then they win some games and you say, wait a minute, we got a chance. Then they lose one and you be like, I'm done with them. Then they get on a run again and you say, this Cowboys team is different. Then they lose again in the playoffs. And it's never ending.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Except he didn't mention y'all saying, this is our year. That's what y'all say. That's y'all favorite line. This is our year.
Yeah, that's what they say.
This time.
I always say
this Cowboys.
I always say this Cowboys team is different. Now, certain times during the year, you will say, hear me say, "How about them Cowboys?"
Y'all different. Y'all different. Y'all real
Yeah,
different.
but it's always the same thing.
Same result.
I can't get excited for it's bad already that they at the divisional round, and I'm looking towards next year. So are you, I might add. But
Well, we didn't fire our coach either. Same situation.
Your
Even
coach,
though he took us to the Super Bowl.
he got you to the Super Bowl.
He did. But, fans, how fans can get, just like you said. They want his head. They want him to get out of there.
And
They did
still
quit
a
on
fan.
him, though. They quit on him.
They something happened. I've never seen a team that well, they had flaws, but they were still winning games.
Yeah.
But one just just bottom out like that.
Yeah.
I think
It's
they need to quit
internal.
on him. And if they quit on him, he probably need to get fired.
I know. But they did. They are looking to an offensive coordinator. And that was predictable offense.
Yeah, it was. Well, they need to look into a defensive coordinator
And
too.
defense. Yeah. And Patricia not gonna get it.
He's not it.
He ain't gonna get it, man. So
Hey.
yeah.
But Steeler fans stink too.
I was thinking about this. I got respect for Steelers fans because it's like they're sort of like Green Bay. They got tradition. They got the steel curtain. They got what else?
I ain't talking about the team. I'm talking about the fans.
Well, I'm just saying, like, their fans are just I call them blue collar fans. I don't have anything against Steelers fans. I hate y'all worse. I hate Cowboys worse. I don't have a problem with Steelers.
Everybody, they hate us because they ain't us.
Oh man. Whatever. Why you hate the Steelers though? They be all right.
I mean, it's a consistent franchise. I just don't like the fans, man. Maybe it's because I just know a lot of them.
Maybe that's it.
And they want him to fire Tomlin. Never had a losing season.
Yeah, but there was a point where he lost the locker room, which I think every coach goes through that to a certain.
When you've been there as long as he has been,
Mm-hmm.
but the Steelers, they don't fire coaches.
No, ever.
They don't fire them.
Yeah,
but they're like, he's just he can't do it. He can't. I mean, the man, he's a great coach. He'd have a job within 48 hours.
Definitely.
Probably McCarthy would too, but
I give him a month.
These dudes win a Super Bowl and they hang on to that.
Bill Belichick. Who wants him?
It look like he's gonna go to Atlanta.
Yeah. But wouldn't you say he's washed up?
I would say, I ain't gonna say he's washed up. I'm gonna say he needs to thank Tom Brady.
Yeah. I mean, Tom was the one. He was the one.
I mean, he is a good defensive coach, but as a general manager,
that's why I would want him for our defensive coordinator. He'd be great.
Do you think he'd ever go anywhere as a defensive coordinator?
Never. At ego, not let him.
Yeah, there's nowhere in the world. But I mean, this is also the guy who had Matt Patricia as his offensive coordinator.
Good point.
I think he really should just ride off into the sunset.
Yeah, I would. But he got something to prove. After last season, he's got to prove himself.
He's had something to prove since Tom went to Tampa Bay and won the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Which is why I'm surprised. If he goes to Atlanta. I mean, they've got some talent. They got quarterback issues.
Yeah.
But I don't see him winning another Super Bowl with him.
That's gonna take forever. You don't have that. I mean, you don't have that much time to be wasting like that. I'm just saying. Come on.
That's why I thought Jerry Jones would fire Mike McCarthy. Because
Jerry
looks sad.
But Jerry loves Dak, man. He loves some Dak. I don't know why.
Think about it though. Who out there can he get better than Dak?
The draft.
He's not going to pick high enough to get.
I know. Yeah,
and even with that, you got Micah, young. You got CD, young. You got Tyler Smith on this line, young. You've got young guys entering their prime. Do you want to blow it up and put a rookie quarterback back there?
You don't, but I'm telling you, a lot of people, you probably the only person I heard say that they like the fact that y'all keeping Dak around.
The only reason people do that is because Dak is quarterback for the Cowboys.
What? High expectation?
It's that spotlight that's on him, because people felt the same way about Romo. And now that Romo's gone, like, boy, Romo was really good and he didn't have much to play with. You wasn't saying that when he was there.
It's hindsight.
You were saying bench him. But you didn't have nobody behind him that could take his place. You didn't have anybody that could push him. And no, Cooper Rush cannot push Dak. He's not as good as Dak.
No.
And if you say Trey Lance,
everybody saying Trey Lance.
Trey Lance was never good enough to beat out Cooper Rush to be the second string quarterback.
I'm just saying, man. People want Trey. They were calling for Trey.
Be careful what you ask for.
I mean, what did you have to lose?
Look, Trump.
Yeah, that's one of Trump's. What do you have to lose?
You did win the division.
You did. You did. But I'd have pulled Dak after that first pick he threw.
You couldn't put Trey Lance in anyway.
I know he wasn't. He wasn't.
He was the third quarterback. He had to be. Both of them had to be hurt for him to get to play.
I'd have put Cooper in.
Yeah, Cooper exposed himself when he played the Eagles last year.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved every minute. Thanks, Coop. He gave us that one. So who's the most loyal fan base, man? Who you think? Out of all
Steelers fans might be the most loyal.
I think so too. They've been through some tough times too.
Because they don't, as bad as the Steelers quarterback play is, man, they don't do him like Dak gets.
Because Ben at the end, Ben was
just Ben.
He was old Ben. He was.
I mean, and you may hear a few say, well, he needs to bench him, but I mean, they stick by their team. And maybe it's because I started liking the Cowboys when I was in the second grade, because everybody around me was a Steeler fan.
Mm.
And so maybe that's why I just don't like them.
That's probably what it is. But yeah, you probably would have been a Steeler fan if things that went a little different.
I probably was a Steeler fan if everybody was a Cowboy fan. I probably would have been a Steeler fan.
One of them.
Yeah. That's why I'm a Duke fan.
Yeah.
Everybody was a Carolina fan.
They might be one of the most hated fan bases too. People hate them. They hate
us because they ain't us.
Man, whatever, man. Speaking of fan base, let's talk about this, man. I know you heard this clip. I'm gonna have to play. Let me play it for you.
Like, is Drake hip hop? I know.
Drake is
we're here
pop.
for truth. We're here for truth.
Drake is pop to me.
Right, that's fair. In the sense that it's charting like pop music, popular music.
In the sense, like, if I was in Target in Houston and I heard a Drake song, so it feels like a lot of his music is compatible with shopping.
Commercial music.
Or it's
music,
shopping with an edge in certain instances. Or
fair. I like Drake's music, but I understand exactly what you're saying.
Of course. I mean,
it's commercial, entertaining, fun, good, it's formulaic music. It's
likable.
Likable music, yeah.
Wow. That's most deaf. Saying that Drake is shopping music, man. That's a fan base too. That
he's not wrong though.
Is Drake hip hop?
I mean, I've always considered him hip hop just because. Just because he raps and sings. I mean, I've always considered him hip hop, but when you listen to Mos Def, is he?
It depends on what you consider hip hop. I mean, if you consider hip hop biracial Jewish kid from Toronto, Canada. I mean, yeah, and he rap. He can rap. He can't tell. He can rap.
He can rap. Yeah. So,
but his let's be honest. Hip hop is a street genre. It came from the streets of New York. He didn't come from streets of Canada, Toronto.
So you know, Mos Def is. I mean, yeah, this is what he expects hip hop to be. So Drake doesn't fit that mold.
There you go.
Of what he would consider hip hop.
And there's nothing wrong with that, though, right?
It could be a little bit of hating.
Only reason he could hate is because of money.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Because you got to tell folk who Mos Def is.
You do.
Everybody knows who Drake is.
And there's a lot of factors there. One, Drake is on the pop charts. Some would consider Drake a pop artist. And they wouldn't be wrong.
And see, I'd never thought of that, though.
Really? That's the first thing I think about, honestly.
Well, because sometimes I'll listen and he'll start singing. I mean, don't want to hear this.
Yeah.
I just cut him off. I don't want to do that.
What do you think, though? We always talk about formulas. Look at the Drake formula. I mean, he's likable, relatable. He's not street. He hangs with street guys to give him a little bit of credibility.
Yeah.
But he came along during a time where the internet was blowing up. It was streaming started.
Wheelchair Jimmy.
He was in Degrassi. He played on a show called Degrassi.
Yeah, I mean, dude worked it out. He things played out for him a certain way, and he took advantage of it. Can't hate that.
The industry did too. The industry took advantage of his appeal.
Yeah. Can't hate that. Now you almost feel oversaturated by him.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had some conversations there. I told you about. They're saying he needs to take a break. Even his fans are saying Drake needs a break from music.
Let us miss you.
Yeah. It's a thing. We saw it with Eminem, your boy.
Yeah.
We needed an Eminem break.
There you go. Let us miss you. And then when you come back, oh man, it'll be that much better.
What would a break look like? I'm thinking like 5 years.
He needs to be gone for a while. But you remember back
it's
in
just
the day,
too much.
Yeah, back in the day, like Michael Jackson then would drop an album, then you wouldn't hear from him.
For years. He went from what? Thriller to Bad?
Mm-hmm.
Bad was like 87. Thriller was what, 85? 84?
Yeah, then you think about Off the Wall before that. It
was like 79. That's crazy. They took breaks.
They took breaks. And then when they come back, you're like, whoa.
But they didn't have that machine. The machine's different now.
They're pumping
machine
it.
Now.
That's it.
There's no reason why you can't just put out a song a day if you don't want to. I mean,
you could.
Put out a song a day.
Yeah, but a lot of times when you put out a song a day, you're merely just putting out a song to put out a song.
Quality.
Yeah, you're thinking quantity over quality. Mm-hmm. Can we just get some quality?
And that's what those artists, what we're talking about, brought. They brought quality.
Mm-hmm.
Prince dropped an album. You knew it was gonna be quality music.
You knew it was something you could listen to from beginning to end.
Yeah. Now it's just they just pump it out. Boom, there you go.
There you go. Here's another one. Can I make some more money?
Yeah.
Because at first, but see, you run the risk of constantly doing that and people just being like, nah, I'm done.
You do, but if you keep coming out though, it's like these people don't have they're kind of fickle. Like they'll, if they don't hear from you for a while, they'll be like, man, you fell off.
That's it. Now, yeah, not that he's working and improving his craft. Not that he's working on something that's gonna be, just rock the world. He fell off.
He fell off, man. Dang, man. He's sorry, man. I knew he wasn't nothing. He ain't been out in a couple years. Dang, it's over for Drake. There's pressure there.
And that's the problem. That's the problem with today's society. We don't want to wait for anything. Just boom, 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 boom. Put it all in the microwave. Put it in the microwave. And I mean, sometimes you got to put that thing in the oven. Or I tell people in church, sometimes you got to put it in the crock pot and let it simmer all day long. But you rather put it in the microwave for 2 minutes.
Hey, that's a good example. Because that's what they're doing. It's a lot of microwaving.
That's it.
A lot of air fryers.
And it be warm on the outside and cold on the inside, but you got something.
You got something. It's here. Hey, might as well eat it.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
And that's what it is. So yeah, man, they really and like I said, I know it's the business. I know it's the business aspect of it. Just push it out. But man, somebody need to give them some advice. Look, take a minute.
But see, those people not gonna say it because that's their money too.
That's the money, exactly.
Hey, we gotta keep going. We gotta get on tour. We gotta do this. Hey, man, let's go.
So basically, what we're telling people is, get what you get and don't pitch a fit.
Yep. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, don't expect the best. This is just what we're gonna give you, but you're gonna get a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. He's doing this for you. He's doing this for the fan base. He loves him so much. For that check and the fan. Well, mainly the check.
Yeah, he doing it with a check. Just so happen to be the fans all around.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's we're just telling them, look, we'll give you a bunch of subpar, and there might be a hit in the middle of it, but the rest of it's gonna be subpar. I used to
yeah, it is.
I used to work at a rent-to-own company, and you got to make deliveries. You got to do deliveries. But you also, when you're renting this stuff to these people got to make payments on it. So even though you don't check credit, you want good references, and you want to see stability in their income and things before you do it. Well, I had a manager who used to say, I ain't gonna say it the way he said it, but he say, if you just sling enough stuff against the wall, some of it's bound to stick. Which means anybody who come in here, if they ain't got but one reference and no telephone number, rent it to them. You might not ever see the stuff again, but rent it to them. Eventually, we'll find a good one. That's how they do this music now. They just sling it all against the wall.
Something gonna stick.
Yeah, we'll have a good one in there somewhere, but you got to go through 99 bad ones to get to the good one.
And there's a lot of bad ones out there.
I ain't got the patience for it.
Nah, and even with Drake, I mean, when he first came out, I admit I was a fan, a casual fan. 2009, 2010, he came out it was different. He was singing, like people weren't really singing like that.
Yeah, they weren't ready for it.
Nah. And then I was like, oh, this is good. Then it got oversaturated. It was too much. And now it's to the point where he just put out whatever.
And this way, when you develop that fan base, they will listen to it because it's me.
Yeah. And that's where you don't get better. You don't get better that way.
No.
Just putting out stuff and he hates criticism too. He doesn't like people criticizing music. He go out.
But do better music.
Do better. Right.
You don't want to be criticized. Do better.
Do better, man. I know it's all subjective, but at the same time, we know what's garbage and what's.
Yeah, sometimes sucks. sucks.
Sucks sometimes.
You can't argue with it.
Well, he put out hits. I said a lot of people put out hits.
Yeah.
Weird Al Yankovic put out hits. Remember Weird Al?
Yeah, just eat it.
Yeah, but he wasn't I would consider him just the most talented artist.
Yeah, he ain't no legend.
I wouldn't say he's a legend. Some people might. He got fans too. You know some Weird Al Yankovic fans?
No, I don't know of any. But I know he got him. I know he got him. Yeah, man. I thought it was a big topic because everybody was like, well, Drake is, he's number one in this genre. And because he is on the pop charts. He stays on the pop charts. Yeah.
But when did that count for hip hop, though? When did that make you hip hop? That used to make you less hip hop to be on the pop chart.
That used to make you a sellout.
It did.
Ain't nobody talking about MC Hammer being number one in his genre.
They hated Hammer when he was.
but you can't touch this. Shoot.
Hey, you still play that?
Nah, I tell you, I still play "Forever" by Drake though.
That's a good song.
But he ain't by himself on it either.
No, that's what Eminem, right? Wayne.
Eminem, Wayne, Kanye.
Yeah. But see, that's what he does though. He puts himself around people with, with
real cred.
With credibility, exactly. Yeah. Which is smart. That's what I say. He's kind of a machine is behind him.
Yeah, it's clear. He's getting the right advice. He's getting pushed in the right direction to make money, to be popular. Now, sound advice would be, man, let them people want to hear from you.
Yeah. You know who his uncle is, don't
you? Larry Graham.
Larry Graham, 1 in a million. That's an old man fact. From the Graham.
Hey, that's my jam, though.
That is 1 in a million classic. But go ahead.
But I mean, he should have enough money now. And they should have made enough money off him right now to say, okay, just chill for a little bit. And we're going to bring you back. But that's that greed, man.
It's greed, but it's the fan base too. They need more.
Strike while the iron's hot. Eventually you're going to fall off for real.
Yeah, he's in his 30s. He's in his 30s.
And he getting a little too old.
Yeah, I mean, what's the range, man? For like a rap, be like, man, it's time to stop. Would you say 40?
I say 40 at the latest.
40.
I was gonna say 35.
Probably. That's when you kind of
start acting or something.
Yeah, start doing something. Yeah.
Yeah,
transition.
Yeah.
But see, he started off acting and went into rap. So
yeah. I guess he went where he wanted to be, but he'll get to that point like Andre. What am I rap about?
See, I disagree. He said I disagree with that though. You can always rap about something. Just rap about what you do, your life.
That's his life. He ain't struggling no more.
Talking about 3,000?
Yeah, he ain't struggling.
We'll talk about that. I ain't struggling no more.
Like they had to get a prostate exam or felt violated by the doctor. I mean, what?
Hey, it's relatable to some. I'm just saying, man.
How many people gonna buy that?
Probably our age. That we'll actually probably go out and buy it.
We're gonna view it as a comedy album. We're gonna view it
how we view this violin crap. I mean, this
yeah, really as a mess.
Exactly.
He can rap about what I'm dealing with right now. I dropped something in the car, moved too fast. Now my shoulder hurt. Gotta pull something. Nobody want to hear that.
It's relatable. Hey,
that's the old man blues. You might well sing the blues instead of rapping.
Oh man, it is a need for contemporary adult rap. It is. It's a need, man, because we still like hip hop. We grew up on hip hop, but we got older. We need something we can relate to. I don't relate to Sexy Red, a little baby, or even Drake now.
I mean, well, if you go back and you still listen to the old rap, old hip hop, you don't relate to that no more either, really.
But it still sound good though.
It still sound good.
It's timeless.
Yeah, a lot of it is timeless.
It's timeless though. It's different.
So don't be talking about I can't relate to it. You can't relate to what they was rapping about back then.
Nah,
you might say, I can't.
Nah, I can't.
But I still listen to it.
Still. Even when they was selling dope. I was selling no dope. But
exactly. Exactly. So yeah, how long, if you want to be real, how long after you make it can you rap about that same stuff?
See, like Jay-Z, you can rap about what you used to do. I don't think that ever get old. Jadakiss, all them dudes rap about what they used to do, how much they used to sell.
Yeah, well, can you talk about your group?
Yeah, you can talk about your evolution.
Because that still makes it look like I'm glamorizing that. If it was all that glamorous, I'd still be doing it.
Yeah.
But I did it as a means to an end.
And this is where I am.
This is where I am now.
So, everybody can't do that. There's only a few, like Jay-Z.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Pusha T can do it. There's a few. But what's Drake gonna rap about when he stopped?
He'll move back into acting. He'll move right back into acting.
But see, he's so popular that you can only see him as Drake now.
LL Cool J goes by LL Cool J.
Oh, but LL, I'm gonna say LL wasn't as big as Drake.
Just because it was a different time.
Yeah,
it's a different time because LL was big.
He was, but not like this, not like Drake level.
Because it was a different time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But see, in this time, you think Drake could come out and just start starring in movies now?
Yeah, I think he could.
Really? I just don't see it.
You think them same people that follow him on his music will go to his movies?
It would have to be, I don't know. It'd be tough. I think it'd be tough for him to go into acting. I mean, he hasn't even, think about it. He could have already been doing that by now. He's been out since 2009.
I think he could. I think if he's gonna, he needs to graduate to something.
Yeah, it's time for him to like either try to move to acting or management. I don't know. Something. He's about 35, 36.
They got them egos though.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's hard for me to push somebody else and I ain't in the spotlight.
We saw that with remember when Jay-Z was president of Def Jam?
Yep.
That didn't go so well.
Yeah, it just didn't work. His ego wouldn't let him.
Kind of like Michael Jordan as a GM, owner of a team. Everybody don't translate sometimes.
Yeah. It's like I said, though, somebody like Michael Jordan was so great at what he did. For some reason, he think other people gonna be as good as he was. No, man. Yeah. No, man. It don't work that way.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, so yeah, sometimes it just don't fit.
No, it don't fit.
But I mean, because just like, Drake, is Drake one of the greatest rappers of all time?
I'll give him he's in the top 20.
I was gonna say top 100.
Some people say top 10.
Some people look crazy. It's different. They just have different people like different. Did you hear Country Wayne's
Club
Mount
Shay?
Rushmore? Did you hear his Mount Rushmore of comedy?
No. Who is it?
Now listen to this.
I'm listening.
Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Chris Tucker.
All right.
Cat Williams.
Oh, you tripping.
And how about the kings of comedy.
All of them?
He didn't pick one of them.
What?
Do that
So all of them.
Outside of Eddie. Or any of those you would pick, or any of those anybody of our generation would pick.
There you go. You said it. What'd you say? Our generation. That's what this all boils down to.
That's what it all boils down to.
What you grew up on.
But he's 36 years old. He's a comedian. He ought to understand some of this stuff.
But he only likes what he likes. If you grew up listening to your favorite comedian was Chris Tucker, I mean, that's who he grew up on, was Chris Tucker, probably.
Anybody's Mount Rushmore of comedy that doesn't include Richard Pryor, I discount it.
I mean, a lot of people don't think Michael Jordan's the greatest basketball player.
No, he's not.
See? But you grew up watching him.
But I put him on a Mount Rushmore.
You put him there.
Yeah.
That surprised me with Country Wayne a little bit, but it's like, I don't know. It's kind of like Drake fans. They're probably like 30 and under.
Yeah.
Their version of an old school rapper is 50 Cent.
Yeah, and it's just like all those kids that love Kobe because now, they grew up.
Yeah.
Mike was gone, and they grew up idolizing Kobe.
And the next generation, they know LeBron.
So.
It's just age. Like, it is crazy not to have Richard Pryor on the Mount Rushmore, though. A comedy.
Yeah. Of comedy, yeah.
But your Mount Rushmore for hip hop is gonna be different from, probably gonna be about the same as mine.
Probably
but somebody younger, 30, it's gonna be totally different. You're gonna be like, who?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
What Jay-Z? What Big Daddy Kane? Why Big Daddy Kane ain't on here?
Yeah. Now everybody will probably put Pac and Biggie, even if they're younger, just because they've heard so much.
Yeah.
They might not even heard their music, but just because they've heard that they were assassinated.
Ooh, assassinated. That's strong word.
Yeah, that's what Chris Rock said. They got shot. They didn't get assassinated.
You think that plays a part? Like their appeal is like how they died?
Because there was so much more meat on the bone. And they were just gone. I think a lot of that has a lot of that appeal is because they died so young.
Yeah.
Now they both could go.
Yeah. Timeless music too.
It really is, but they were literally gone too soon.
Yeah. 25 years old.
That's crazy.
I mean, come on. 25?
That's crazy.
And Pac, he put out a lot of music. He had a lot of music. He had a
lot of music
at 25.
And he was just a totally different level, just in everything, his thinking and everything. Which is why his legend still lives on.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they would put him on there. They would be on there. Pac and Biggie would be on a younger person's on Mount Rushmore for sure.
And then the next two, it could be anybody.
And they'll put Jay-Z on there somewhere. Maybe. That's out of respect.
Yeah, how's the younger generation feel about Jay-Z?
Overrated. I've heard those words used. Overrated.
Yeah. So, hey, but that brother worked everything. So, hey, if anything, they ought to call him intelligent.
Oh yeah. He definitely set the blueprint.
He did. And if he ain't Jay-Z, he sure ain't with Beyonce.
What you mean, man? Why you say he can't pull Beyonce?
His facial features.
Man, whatever, man. That man's got African features, man. It's
never mind. Like Jonathan Majors.
Hey, don't start on Jonathan, man. Man's a sex symbol.
Yeah, he's a song. Hey, but Jay-Z does carry himself.
That's what it was.
With a lot of confidence. I mean, he really.
I think women like that. I think women, they rather have somebody with confidence, man, and swag and personality. They can kind of overlook the way he speeches they might not like, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But if he got money on top of that,
oh boy, they take it over the top.
It's something about
like, I can get any girl I want. Yeah, once you get that money like that,
yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't really like it. I don't really like his facial features.
There you go. You ain't supposed to.
Yeah, hey, it's not for me to like.
Not for you to like. Beyonce loves it, apparently.
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
Another fan base. Another fan base, by the way. Beehive.
Yeah, don't mess with her.
The Beehive, the Swifties.
Yeah, don't mess with them. Think the Chiefs gonna get to the Super Bowl because Swifties.
I hope not. I can't stand the Chiefs, man.
They'll say it's rigged. As poorly as they played this season, and if they get to the Super Bowl, it's rigged. It's rigged, so she can be in the Super Bowl.
I won't disagree. How would you feel?
Man, Pat Mahomes, man, I can't.
It's been some riggy activity going on. You gotta admit,
here's the thing.
Sucked this year.
The referees have sucked, but for anybody who says the NFL is rigged, for the most part, what team gets watched more than any other team? It ain't hard.
Probably Cowboys. Probably.
If the NFL was rigged, don't you think over these last 30 years they'd have got the Cowboys in the Super Bowl?
But you know what? That's what keeps people coming back, though.
No, they're gonna stop coming. I've already seen. Now what I've already ordered. Next season, I'm not buying any Cowboy paraphernalia.
Why? What's that gonna do?
It's just for me, for my. Eventually, it's gonna hit Jerry in the pockets because they always gonna sell the games out.
Yeah, that's a good start.
I mean, they can tell fans don't go to the games. Them games always gonna sell out.
Yeah, definitely.
So I mean that's my part, and I'm not buying any more Cowboy paraphernalia. Not next season.
Yeah, that's a good start for you. But I would say that appeal of them going that far and getting beat is just a part of it, man. Everybody wants to see y'all lose. That's why I watch. I don't care who y'all playing. I just want to see y'all lose.
Everybody don't want to see us lose.
Yeah,
Cowboy fans want to see us win.
Yeah, so you automatically get that money, that revenue, and that fan base. But then you got the people who hate y'all.
But you know what? They'll tune in to cheer against us.
Mm-hmm.
So you gonna tell me you get the Cowboys in the Super Bowl now after all these years? That'd be the most watched Super Bowl. Don't even matter who they playing. That'd be the most watched Super Bowl.
Your story has to be realistic too.
You finished 12-5 3 years in a row.
But y'all the Cowboys. It's got to be realistic. It's not meant for y'all to be there.
We have won 5 of them. It's just been a long time.
Yeah, years ago.
I'm just saying, if the NFL was rigged, they get the Cowboys in the Super Bowl.
Maybe they're probably gonna wait and get. The NFL's doing good right now. They're doing better than good. If things get shaky, you should be happy. That means y'all be in the Super Bowl.
Man.
So let's hope the revenue goes down for y'all.
It ain't rigged. The refs do stink though.
They stink.
It's now officiating has, and I don't want to imply anything. It's gotten worse since the NFL started, legalizing that whole betting thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's going on with the refs?
What's going on?
Are they making their own bets?
Are they,
on the games?
Who knows? It's happened, isn't it?
It's definitely happened. So I mean that would be a concern. But yeah, officiating has stunk.
It has, man. It has. We won't talk too much about football, of course, but your boy Jim Irsay, man, owner of the Colts. We talked about him before with his drug problems and him being racially profiled as a white millionaire.
With a rich white man.
Yeah. Is this just more the same with him?
Dude has problems. He's got problems, which is proof that money doesn't solve everything
at all. That's a fact.
Because
he's a billionaire.
He's a billionaire. And there's something going on with him that he's just not happy with life.
That's got to be terrible.
I'd like to be a billionaire and figure out how to be happy.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
I can figure it out.
Just give me a chance to figure out how to be happy as a billionaire.
Man.
I think I'll figure it out.
Me too. But he just is drinking and driving, driving under the influence of drugs. It's just always something with this guy.
It's always, and I don't understand. I mean, it's his team, which I think they said he might have got fined. There ought to be some kind of ramifications for him doing all this stuff.
I mean, what can they do?
They got Donald Sterling out of the NBA.
I mean, but that was for something they recorded, racial stuff. This is just his self-infliction. It's like self-inflicted stuff. Like, it's not the same. It's not the same. He's only hurting himself. Right for now.
I mean, it's really not. Well, yeah, no. Yeah, but when he was in that car, he could have hurt somebody else.
He could have. And if he had, it would have been something different. But he didn't. And I feel like they kind of looked over it.
Well, if we protect the shield, how about all these owners get together and have an intervention? But they ain't gonna do that because he probably got something on them other owners.
Yeah, and people want to, hey, do you think that's just Jim being Jim?
Yeah, but Jim being Jim almost got him killed.
Yeah, overdose.
So he needs to be in some kind of rehab facility, something.
They need to help him.
Somebody needs to help. They need to help him.
And he's not no young dude.
He ain't no young dude.
Probably in his 70s, probably late 60s.
Yeah. So, we always say people can grow out of stuff. Once you hit that age, man, that's you.
That's you.
So, I mean, they need to be reaching out to get him some kind of help.
Yeah. I mean, prayers to him, man. I mean, that's another fan base I don't have no problems with. Colts. I never met a Colt fan I never met a Colt fan in my life, to be honest with you.
How many Dolphin fans you met? I don't think I've ever met a Colt.
Dolphin fan.
Cliff is a Colts fan.
Cliff? No way. Yeah. Colts? How do you manage?
Well, you remember that he's old. I guess back when Johnny Unitas then played and stuff.
Baltimore Colts.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Wow. Still holding on. Wow. Yeah, that's one Colt fan.
Only one, and I've met 3 Dolphin fans in my life.
Now, see, Dolphin fans I can understand because Dan Marino. I think
and I'm sure that's why they.
Yeah.
That's why they became Dolphin fans.
Other than that, yeah, it's not a lot.
Yeah, not around here.
No, of course not at all. Man, Michael Rappaport.
Remy.
You know the guy. Michael Rappaport is an actor. Some people say comedian. I don't think he's really funny. But I don't think so either. But he made some disparaging comments about Dr. Martin Luther King on MLK Day, saying he was anti-Semitic because of some comments that were recorded back in the 60s. When you heard this, man, and knowing, look, giving Michael Rappaport is that white guy who hang with the brothers.
He's like White Mike.
White Mike. That's White Mike. He cool. Everybody love him. But when you heard this, what did you think first when you heard him say this?
The first thing I thought was, your timing is terrible. But I know why you chose your timing, because this is his day. The second thing I thought was, I mean, eventually folks show you how they are.
But this is Mike, man. This is White Mike.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. He did, and he's been kind of towing the line a little bit with certain issues with George Floyd, certain things. He's been stepping out there, like, you know what, I'm gonna say this.
And is it because you feel so comfortable around black people that you think you can say this and they ain't gonna cut you off?
Could be.
But there are some people that you can't criticize and black folk be behind you. Dr. King is one of them.
Yeah, he's up there. He's number one, I would say.
He's number one. So he might want to be careful, because all that black love he gets, you can't talk about Dr. King like that. We don't play that.
Well, the funny part about this is, his wife is black, right?
Yeah.
So you're at home. He's putting this out on Instagram or wherever, and his wife is somewhere in the back. And then she hears about him saying this stuff about Dr. King. I wonder how I'd like to hear her side of this.
She probably said, you know how they'll defend. Michael really doesn't mean that stuff. He just says that to get y'all going. Stop saying it.
Man. It ain't as call somebody anti-Semitic. It's sort of
I mean, especially in this climate.
They would cancel Dr. King.
Yeah, and in this climate, you can't do that.
Yeah, it's probably being considered now. I'm sure they're processing. If it was a bigger voice, we would hear more about this.
If Rappaport was a bigger voice?
Yeah. Rappaport's not. He's he's B-list.
He's White Mike.
Yeah, he's not that popular. But you let someone like, just somebody bigger than him say something like this, and they'll consider, like, you know what? It'd be like, you know what? Let's not celebrate that next year because of this.
Y'all ain't taking my holiday back.
It would. What would you do? I think I'd still take off.
I would.
I think I would. That's one of those holidays, unlike Juneteenth, by the way. Sorry. I would
hey, if I can get that off, I'll take that too.
Yeah. It's iffy.
Man.
I would take
it. If they have a David Duke holiday,
you would take it. You're a lie.
For a day off.
You're a lie.
I'm gonna take my day off with pay.
The transition. Speaking of David Duke, let's talk about that, man. Let's talk about the cross burning at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, man.
Crazy.
But Myrtle Beach, let's be honest, man. When I think of South Carolina, we different. We're in North Carolina. North Carolina it's different than South Carolina.
Yeah, it is.
South Carolina just seems like a racist state to a certain degree.
And they might think we do too. They might think the same way about us.
You think? I don't know. It's like South Carolina has a history.
But they have a bad history. They do. Which, I mean, we do too. But
this the South. The South has a history.
The South has a bad history. But for some reason, I never really attached Myrtle Beach to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even though all that stuff happened in Myrtle Beach.
That's foolish people being foolish people.
Yeah. Let me play the clip, man.
Afraid, intimidated, confused.
Monica Williams says those were just a few things she felt after seeing her neighbor burn a cross about 8 feet from their fence.
It's something that we've read, something that we have seen depicted on television, and all of a sudden, we're actually seeing this up close and personal. That was really disheartening.
The Williams bought a retirement home in Myrtle Beach in the summer of 2021. They've used it for vacations and holidays to spend time with family and friends. The couple was happy with their purchase until their next-door neighbors started harassing them about the property line. Things worsened when the Williams installed a fence in hopes of ending the dispute. That's when they saw the cross burning.
So they bought a house, a vacation, and it was a retirement home. They could just chill. And somebody decides they want to talk about the property line and they want to burn a cross and just harass them, man. Like, why?
This is our current struggle. And I know there wasn't crosses burning all throughout. But do you see how magnified that is? And it may have been a legit argument for them about the property line. At first, that argument might not have been with them about them being black.
Right.
It was about the property line. But now, what do? They say, okay, the property line is messed up, and you are black. So I'm going to intimidate you and burn this cross. So what might have started out as not being racial, end up being racial.
Yeah, that quick. And it seems so outdated. It sounds like a 1950, 1960 situation. And here we are in 2024. Talking about somebody burning a cross. Come on.
Who thought?
Who thought?
But those are the things that we've got to overcome that people don't think about, because there's always something in the back of a lot of people's mind. Okay, if I can't get you any other way, this is what I'm gonna get you with.
Yeah, and a lot of people. Let's be honest. Where they were living, that was probably somebody's neighborhood. It was probably where they lived. And there these black people come bringing their family.
They come, they don't come once or twice a year. They bringing all them to having this cookout, making all this noise.
Frankie Beverly playing in the background loud.
They got that raggedy basketball goal sitting up out there, and the car with no wheels.
See you, bro.
And it's like, this gotta go. This gotta go. Can't handle this.
I can't take this no more. They better take that up to Charlotte somewhere.
But yeah, they probably live there.
Yeah, and there's people just coming. Let's just chill. Go somewhere we can chill for the weekends. They like it. Probably a lot of jealousy, a lot of hate.
Yeah, there might have been some bitterness, not because they was black, but because they come in, they got enough money just to come and stay here every once in a while, and then they became black.
Yeah, but it's weird. That's their go-to. My go-to first might have been a shot in the air, but to actually have a cross and just set it afire.
Where'd you get the cross from?
Where'd you get a cross? The church? You get your cross from the church?
Yeah, I didn't hear no report about the cross being stolen from the church. Was you the pastor? I mean, what?
Where do they keep these crosses to burn? Maybe South Carolina, one of the stores.
Hey,
the mammy store.
So, I mean, it somehow it turns into race.
Yeah,
because there's no other explanation for you burning a cross.
Hey, man, we weren't supposed to talk about race in 2024. Remember?
That's what you said. I never signed up for it, my nigga.
You didn't sign up for it.
I never signed up for it,
man. But this is clearly racial.
It's clearly.
I mean,
anybody who tells you that's not about race is they're confused.
Yeah, that shouldn't be your go-to. knock on the door and
there's got to be. Yeah, you exhausted all possibilities when you said we're gonna burn this cross.
And there was nobody in the house with kind of any rationale. Like, nah, I don't do that.
Tell them if somebody say, yeah, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, put the cross down. Honey, put the cross down. What are you doing?
Because here's what's gonna happen. Somebody gonna find out it was us who did it.
Yeah.
And now, man, our reputation gonna be terrible because we the ones who burnt the cross.
I hope it was.
In our yard. It was in their yard. At least they didn't do it because they couldn't get across the fence.
It said 8 feet. It said 8 feet from their fence.
Oh, man. Somebody had to be the adult in that whole household to say, "Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't burn that cross. Don't burn that cross. Where'd you get that's why I'm at. Where you get that cross?
Yeah. Your first. If you just cool with seeing the cross and it don't trigger nothing in your mind, y'all done done that before.
Yeah. Oh, burning cross.
Because what is that? Oh, we doing an Easter play? What is that? No, we got to do something.
We about to get them out of here. They hate crosses burning. Which is another thing. Where did that even come from? I have to research. Where did the cross burning even?
I don't know why they came up with that.
And it's a cross. The cross, doesn't that symbolize, Christianity? That part of Christianity, the cross?
Yeah. I mean, but the cross was a nasty thing. But, we take it and, we wear cross necklaces and everything just to symbolize where Jesus paid it all for us. I don't know where they came up with the idea of burning crosses.
I'm sure it's the Klan.
Oh, I have absolutely no doubt.
I want to give them that credit where credit is due. Let's give all the credit to the Klan.
But why? Why did they come up with burning why?
I don't know, but I get they were considered a Christian organization.
Yeah, that's how they were founded.
Founded under Christian, white Christian.
Well, we can do some terrible things in the name of religion.
Isn't that awful?
We do some terrible things in the name of religion.
Daggone sheets, white sheets, and crosses in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach.
That's crazy.
That's the beach, man.
They definitely made it racial.
Yeah, we didn't want to do this.
I mean, you could have, and I'm sure you could have argued with them, which you had been doing over the property lines. Could have called them out their name, which I'm sure you did when they wasn't around.
Yeah.
This was your last option.
Yeah. As a first go-to. Let's go with the cross.
I think that'll work. Come on now.
Let's not call a surveyor out here.
Yeah.
Survey the land.
We can solve this thing. Let's just get a surveyor. Problem solved.
I got a better idea. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna burn this cross.
And the thing is, that's both sides. Because the man who was eloquent enough to say disheartened.
How was disheartened? That's a little much, bro.
Should have been smart enough to say, let's call a surveyor.
But he called Channel 8. What's the next best thing? He called Channel 8. This is humiliating. I hate this.
So it's just a whole different, So you got them being foolish, burning the cross. Them saying, I'm going to call Channel 8 and tell them what they did. How we find it funny?
Because you're right, man. I ain't think about that. This could be, the black people are innocent in this.
It could have been solved easily.
Yeah.
Get a surveyor. Okay, here's the property lines.
And then if they choose to burn a cross, then, they call Channel 8.
There you go. But you did your part first.
Or technically, if the cross is on their line,
and they couldn't have burn. It was on their day. They might have been. I'd been like, look, we was having a barbecue.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm burning this cross on my property.
We had this leftover cross from the Easter parade, so We burning weenies on it.
Burning this cross. We can do what we want to do. Deal with it.
It's my property.
Yeah. You know what? If that's their property, they can burn the cross.
I would think, but I mean, I don't know if there are things you can't incite certain things or I don't know.
Well, they're pushing for a hate crime bill to be passed.
Yeah, but they don't, because they don't have one.
They don't have a hate bill crime. But is this a hate crime or is this an intimidation?
Is it even a crime?
Not a crime. I mean, it ain't a crime.
Now it's trying to be, they're definitely were trying to intimidate them.
Yeah.
But where do you draw the line? I used to, on my way to work, and they eventually sold the house. Somebody else moved there. There used to be a house I'd pass in between Dobson and Boonville, I think. And it was on my way to work. It was on the right, and they had a big Confederate flag, and it said, "Come and take it."
Ooh, it's intimidation.
That's what I was thinking. Every time, it used to piss me off every time I ride by that thing. Then they finally sold the house, and the new people ain't got nothing out there like that. But I mean, it's their property.
Yeah, and I think that's what this is pretty much, because it didn't say it was on their property. It wasn't in their yard.
Yeah, 8 feet away.
And the neighbors.
And the neighbors would be like, "Look, we stayed 8 feet away because we didn't want to do it on their property."
Yeah. Because that guy, he was not happy. What did he say he was again?
He was disheartened.
Disheartened. That's one thing I ain't never been disheartened by racism. I've been pissed.
I don't think I've ever told anybody at any point in my life that I've been disheartened by something.
That was at Channel 8. Somebody when you get on Channel 8.
I got to use this word.
Disheartened. I was disheartened.
Well,
that's a shame.
Could you have been disheartened enough to call a surveyor?
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to get that bill passed in South Carolina.
No, they ain't gonna. No, man.
Not off of this. This ain't going to be the case.
Yeah, they're going to have something else. It's going to have to be something worse, unfortunately.
This ain't the Brown versus Board of Education of South Carolina.
So now you telling me I can't do nothing in my yard?
Yeah.
That's what you're telling me?
Yeah. Oh, man.
And so if you tell me I can't do anything in my yard, anytime they have something over there, I'm going to call the law.
Oh, yeah. They probably been doing that anyway.
I bet they have. Man.
As you know, we going to cook out.
Oh, we going to. You know they went down there. They were going to cook out. Yeah.
Oh, they was cooking out.
Like you said, Frankie Beverly playing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They probably had a whole pig.
And the whole time they sitting there mad. Are they mad because you didn't invite them? Are they mad because you too loud?
See, that's the move, though. I think any neighbor should invite your neighbor to the cookout.
Yeah, invite your neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey. But it turned ugly awful quick. They turned black awful fast when they burnt that cross.
You can't and you can't invite them at this point. I mean,
no.
You can't be, because as soon as you light the grill, it's gonna have a flashback. Remember that?
Yeah, something gonna pop off.
That cross you lit. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on over here now. I mean, he was disheartened. I wonder how he reacted.
He wasn't disheartened. He said some choice words. It wasn't disheartened.
There was some stuff that came out of his mouth that didn't. Disheartened was not one of those words.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? And personally, I've been through this, not a cross burn, but as a kid, I used to live next door to some neighbors who didn't want us around. I don't know if you remember this. But I went through the same thing, and they just said we don't want no niggas as neighbors, and it was just back and forth.
So you think you're gonna run me away from where?
Yeah, a few guns in the air. It got ugly, but never came to a cross though. Never was a cross.
Yeah, a cross was not in their back pocket, huh?
It wasn't. That wasn't their go-to, man. Shout out to them, man. Thank y'all.
Thank you, racist behind.
Thanks for having morals and values behind your racism.
Yeah, because there's a line. Everybody got it.
Yes, it is. There's a line, man.
But yeah, that's too far, man. That's too far.
Poor family, man. They was just trying to chill, man.
That's it. We coming. We taking us a break. We're coming down here and we just hanging out. And what it probably was, since it was their vacation home, man, they probably was all in that yard when they was gone.
Probably.
And then they come and they like, why you in our yard?
Yeah.
And that's probably where it started.
Probably so. It was something there. I mean,
kids playing kickball in their yard and stuff.
Yeah, man. It was all kind. Yeah, horseshoes.
There you go. And, man, but you didn't have to burn a cross.
Didn't have to burn a cross, man.
You could have made this look like two neighbors didn't get along, and if we were gonna assume it was color, that would just be us assuming.
Yeah,
we could have just thought it was two neighbors didn't get along, but you did what you did.
Yeah, that ain't gonna make Channel 8.
That's it. Two neighbors walking over the property line ain't gonna make Channel 8.
Well, did you add a cross, a burning cross, boy? You got a story.
Bing, bing, bing.
You right there.
You're gonna be top of the news.
Live on Channel 8. A disheartened black person.
I mean, we ain't laughing at the brother's pain, but we laughing.
Man, this is his choice of words, man.
Yeah, disheartened.
Disheartened. Man, you was mad. I was hot.
That's it. I was pissed off.
Yeah. Oh, hot. Burn a cross 8 feet away from us. In their yard.
Man, do what you want to in your yard. I got a fence. You can't come across mine anyway.
Oh, man.
Man, I bet you they had been playing in their yard when they wasn't around.
Probably.
So they done took mental ownership of it.
They probably had cameras out there. They probably protected that house.
Mm-hmm.
Their life,
Yep. So they saw, even when they wasn't there, they saw them.
Yeah. Man. Oh boy, we had a little too fun with the burning cross. We more about the cross burning. We got problems.
Who knew?
Who knew cross burning would be so funny?
Hey, when you was running down this list, I did not think this conversation was gonna go in that direction.
I know, but when you start analyzing stuff, really thinking about it, and you really listen to the story,
yeah, something wrong with every one of them.
Yeah, you got to watch the media, man.
And I bet her neck was rolling when it happened too.
Oh yeah, she wasn't just sitting there. I'm scared.
Oh God, I'm so scared. That's how black women operate.
Not like that. Just I'm so scared, and he's disheartened.
Hey, because if y'all was all that, they'd have ran over y'all anyway.
Yeah,
there wouldn't have been no argument. They'd have just done what they wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to check for updates on this, man.
Yeah, really do.
I don't know what's going on with the Williams family. I think that was called. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Williamses.
I ain't laughing at them.
I'm not.
Yeah,
you are, man. You are, man. It's like you, man. I'm sitting there telling this man I'm watching paternity court on TV, and I say, man, this is crazy. It's about a little interracial midget couple or dwarf couple. You can't say midget. Dwarf couple. And you said, oh, this will be a short case. Man, I literally spit. I think it might be.
It was a short one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a short case. That was his baby too.
Hey man, how old was the baby?
The baby was like 1.
Oh, so they couldn't. I mean, they might have been able to tell. Cause like the baby wasn't 6'5" or nothing, was it?
Yeah, one of them, the guy was like, what he say? The baby got big eyes. I got slanted eyes. I'm like,
You know, men come up with the most ridiculous things.
Look at that baby's head. My head ain't that big.
So I can't make girls.
Yeah. Some stupid stuff. But it wasn't his kid though. So I was kind of like, man, maybe he's right about them eyes.
Man, maybe he just got lucky.
He might have. That's a crazy show, man. Thanks. You put me on to something.
I told you, man. It's crazy.
Good. Paternity court. Who thought? Who would have thought, man?
It's crazy.
That's
every once in a while, it's good to laugh at somebody else's pain.
It is. It makes you feel like your life is, not so bad.
Yeah, my life ain't as messed up as I thought. Look at these people.
Look at these people. I ain't know who the baby daddy.
And then, they be having the calendar. Well, you was with him then, and you were with him then. Wow.
Yeah, there's science behind this stuff, man. There's science behind it.
I wouldn't go on the show.
But yeah, if you can calculate it by yourself, and you can do the swab by yourself.
Yeah. Why I gotta go on court? Just like we was watching Maury. And my wife said, if you gotta take them to Maury, I thought they already cheating you and you know it.
Yeah.
Why you had to? If you got enough stuff to go to Maury on,
it's time to go. It's time to leave that relationship.
That's it. And if the man is dumb enough to sit in that room and fall for the decoy,
yeah, it's just it don't add up, man.
The math don't math on that.
Time to get out, man. That should be your last resort. That'd be like burning the cross.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing else to do. I don't know what else we're gonna do.
What else we gonna do, man?
Just burn the cross.
Let's just burn the cross.
And I'm assuming they had to sit and plan that unless they just had a leftover cross.
How big was it? Did it take two people to? I'm thinking like. I'm thinking about the big
cross. That's what
I'm thinking about the big one. Yeah, I ain't thinking a little. Yes,
that'd be a candle.
Yeah, that's true.
It got to be a big enough cross for them to say, "Hey, they burning the cross over here."
Yeah, you can't burn a little cross.
So
that's what we do it.
So what they do? Burn the cross. Say, "Hey, come outside." I don't know. Man.
I don't know, man. I just saw smoke, and it's like, oh, it must be barbecuing. Oh, must be a bonfire.
Whoa, wait a minute. That's a cross. I'm disheartened.
Yeah. I feel a sense of disheartened coming upon me.
You big dummy.
You're right. How could you just? I guess you could tell if it was big enough.
Yeah, it's got to be big enough for them to know it's out there.
Now there is a video which I might watch after we get off here. I want to look and see if you can really tell it's a cross.
Yeah, or has this thing been blown up? They didn't ever interview the other people.
Nah.
Because I've been like, nah, that ain't no cross.
Yeah, that ain't no cross.
I don't know what y'all looking at. That ain't no cross.
We just burning wood. That's wood fires.
Our heat went out.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah,
man.
If it was any way to lie out of it, I would have.
I would have too, man. I think they will. Oh man. Oh wow. Anyway, man. I don't know if you can leave us on positive note after we done laughed about a burning cross for about 30 minutes.
Everybody love one another. Just love one another.
Yeah. Don't burn any crosses.
That's all I got, man.
Yeah. Nobody gonna burn the cross.
Don't let a cross be your go-to.
It'd probably be warm right now. Nice.
Well, who's gonna stay out there? It's too hot to be setting it.
Hey, I stand by right now. It's cold. It's like 20.
Hey,
20
not if I can stay in the house.
True. But if all you had was a cross, would you stand by it?
Oh yeah. But they had a house. That's why they was arguing over the property lines. They had a house.
Yeah, they had a house. It was at the house. I'm just saying.
Yeah, y'all might call me the Black Queen when you see me standing there by the cross
I know.
warming up.
Standing there warming up by the cross like you up for a barrel in the streets.
I was like, look, they meant it for evil. God meant it for good. Look what I'm doing. God knew I needed to be warmed up.
Oh man, I couldn't stand. I'd be disheartened.
Yeah, it disheartened me too.
Oh God. Oh, all right, man. Good pie, man. Appreciate you as always.
All right, man. Love you. But if anybody is in the need, and it is so cold out there and so much going on. If anybody has a need, I know a nigga who can help you out.
I thought you keep fooling like you gonna give a 1-800 number.
I really
You reeled. You know a nigga.
I know a nigga who can help you out.
Oh,
man, I'm getting them all out because I know by the time my wife listens to this, she'll be like, you can't.
No,
you can't call that boy's name no more.
Oh man. All right, bro.
All right, man. Love you, man.
Love you, bro. All right.